Leave it there. I'm going to hit go live now.
I'm in a sweet spot. I'm feeling good. The sun is shining. I knew it would. The world's a playground. I'm in the clouds. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Just check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out. I'm on the big stage. I got my crew. I'll get you moving. It's what I do. The party's starting. It's going down. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Just check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out. Check me out. Check me out. Just check me. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Just check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Just check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out.
If you came in on tonight and everything worked flawlessly, you'd all think something was wrong.
Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good whatever. Welcome to the next round of the D.G.S.R Season 12 ACC GT3 Racing. This night I'm joined by a very good known voice to this commentary box, Alex. Hello.
Hello, it's good to be here as we do another season, another round of
Are you as excited as I am to see some moist Silverstone action?
Oh, absolutely, what a track, and in typical British fashion it is soaking wet. So looking forward to some slip and sliding through the curves today as we take to another good race. My first race, of course, with the new Ford Mustang car, so I am very much looking forward to that also.
Yeah, and currently the Ford Mustang is in the lead and driven by Paul Sadlowski. Last lap time, or the quickest lap time, 2 minutes 5 and 6 tenths of a second. Just shy of P2, or just ahead of P2 by 1.5 tenths. But I'm having a feeling that in the qualifying we might see some even quicker lap times. Of course, it depends on how much the track conditions change. Currently it's not raining at all, so track should be improving all the time with the cars displacing all the water on the track.
Yeah, absolutely, as this is the way. I take it we're going to be doing almost reverse order qualifying as normal. That hasn't changed?
Yes, that is correct. So tonight is the regular format of DGSR racing. So qualifying and followed by a 55-minute full sprint race, or sorry, full normal race, not sprint. And this means the qualifying is also split into different categories. So first out the gate will probably be the AM category drivers, and next up the silver, and at the last time then the pro rated drivers. Which means technically, unless weather conditions change, pros should have the driest track. But I remember in last season, I believe there was an event where we had rain starting to fall just as silvers were ending and pros were starting their qualifying, which means most of the pros were at the back of the grid, which gave us quite an interesting race, as we saw a great many deal of overtakes, especially in the beginning of the race.
Yeah. Personally, I love it when that happens. Really spices up the race. Really adds a bit of drama to the qualifying session.
Not just the qualifying session, even the racing then later is quite interesting. Because it's fun to see the pros having to work their way through the field.
Yes, absolutely. And also just some great overtaking action. Gives the silvers a bit of a chance to fight for their position, where normally they would just be fighting amongst themselves. And really just it's a very entertaining race.
That is true, and we're hoping to see a very entertaining race this time. Usually rain does make it a little bit trickier for everyone involved, but we'll see how it happens this time. Hopefully it also follows the regular pattern of reduced incidents during rain, as it has always been in the past. Somehow we kind of managed to get cleaner racing the tougher the conditions are, possibly because everyone is just a little bit that extra cautious when you're having to use your oars and sails to get around the track.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's a lot harder to push the limits when you don't really know where the limits are. So many drivers, I think they play it safe, know that if they push it too far, they're going to lose quite many positions, plus the chance of points. So they tend to do it a little bit cleaner, where in the dry they can really go for it, because they know exactly where the limit on their setup is.
And speaking of penalties, I believe tonight we are also going to be joined by Hitman, and he will be doing the live stewarding, as it has been the case in Imola last week. At least I hope so. That's kind of the last information that I have. I don't see him online in any of the chat rooms just yet, but he might still appear. We still have a couple of minutes of practice left, and then followed by, I believe, 32 minutes of qualifications.
I'm sure he'll make an appearance when he's ready. He's finished doing whatever he's doing.
Putting the kids to bed. No doubt.
Yeah. Go the feck to sleep. Got a race to go, Stu.
Daddy needs to be a kid.
Yeah, daddy's time to play now. You need to go to sleep.
The other form of play.
Yes. Not playing by himself or with himself.
No.
With other dads.
With other daddies.
Yeah. Here he is.
Oh.
Hello.
Why is my Discord so quiet for?
Probably extreme mode.
Yeah, but I hear you okay. I can't hear Hitman okay.
You hear me better now?
Yes, a little bit. Have you moved the microphone closer to your face?
I have moved my face.
No, that also works.
Let me see.
No, it's okay. and we have just caught Thomas Nawrocki go through the grass.
On the line.
Well, no, it's not iRacing, right? And we have Wayne of Coffee Table Racing welcoming you back, Alex, and YouTube chat.
Oh, it's good to be back. Shame we're not seeing Wayne on track. He always brings entertainment.
Gabe is complaining that the engines are too loud. Is that better now, Gabe? After all, we are pro streamers. What else did you expect?
Yeah, we know what we're doing. We know how to get the levels right.
Yeah. Of course, we never make any sort of streaming mistakes or anything like that, right?
No, of course not. I'm expecting the normal D.G.S.R level of maturity in this stream.
Seems like almost everyone is peeling off into the pits at the moment. At least the top 10, 13 drivers are all in the pits. Interesting. Are we skipping the session on Hitman? Do you have that information, or are we waiting the full timer of free practice?
No, we're going to skip it on at 30:30. So there'll probably be a minute or two at the end of the session, and then it'll go.
Alright, so we're still in for 3.5 minutes of practice, and then we're skipping on to qualifying.
25-minute quali, so the race should start at 10 p.m.
Oh, it's 25. Alright.
Happy days.
I'm just going to just jump into the race chat and make sure that they know about the quali times.
Alright. And in the meantime, we're going to continue watching Mr. Minus 99
there goes
take it
Custer's
into
curse.
the wall.
Immediate application.
And reset pits.
Yeah.
Mr. Negative 99 has put it in the wall.
Yeah, that was definitely negative 99 for 99. How does it feel? You have long suffered the caster's curse from me and other commentators. How does it feel to be doing on the other side of the boot?
Well, immediately when anything remotely bad happened to me, even if it was just a tiny cut on a fast lap or just outright just obliterating it into the wall, I was absolutely sure that I am on stream, and like 99% of the time it was the case. So I'm blaming you for all my mishaps.
Yeah, that's only too right. Because it did tend to happen. It was uncanny. We'd cut to, Tommy Lover, he's going right, and he's smashed into a wall.
Yep, it felt wonderful.
Yeah, I bet it did. And now you get to do it to other people.
Oh yeah.
So does
you
Matt
mean the
Keys
cursing?
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wasn't able to do much cursing in Imola. No one wanted to kind of get cursed. Everyone was just keeping it on track and keeping it clean, and I was actually disappointed.
That's no good.
So let's hope that this time we can cause some curses. Maybe Mark will be cursed in the Polo liveried Honda. And here's the reset to
Show them what you got.
Reset to quali.
Well, okay, so we're going to come out with what I assume is the bronze class first, unless we've renamed all the classes.
Sorry, it's everyone out at the same time.
Well, I'm completely wrong. Everyone's going to just send it.
Although it's going dry. Oh, it's going to rain at the end of quali, so they need to get their laps in quick.
Ooh. No, we have 29 cars. Well, it's a long track, so it should work well. And hello, James. Hello to the chat.
I'd say you're doing a much better job at actually reading the chat than we ever did.
I have many windows open, and I'm having difficulties on who to follow. And we are going to jump on board with Phil Walker, since he is first in the queue, that he will take us for a lap. We're just
That's
gonna
a
wait.
fantastic livery.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful. It's the Roxy version of Rexy.
That's amazing. I love it.
It even has painted fingernails if you look closely on the side doors.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, it
One
does.
blue
that's
and one,
that's great.
yeah, it's amazing.
I love the effort these guys put into their liveries. It really, adds something special to these races.
Yeah, we have a couple of great liveries this season again. Of course, my favorite has to be Rexy and Roxy. I'm not sure if Rexy is around tonight.
Who was driving Rexy?
I can't remember, but it's not on the entry list, unfortunately. But anyway, we are gonna go for a lap with Rexy. Any second now, it is going to cross the start-finish line. And unfortunately, I have no idea about Silverstone corner names. So turn 1, very slippery corner, fast right-hander. Very easy to go wide on the exit. The next complex I do know are called Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel, if I'm not mistaken. Before the Hanger Straight. I know I'm probably committing sacrilege by not knowing Silverstone corner names.
You should really just make up the turns and see if there's
Yeah, that's what we do. Okay, here he comes down the Hanger Straight, up towards Stowe. Keeping it tight on the entry. And letting it obviously go front wide on the exit. Now into Vale. Really tricky corner to get right, particularly, if you've got a car that tends to oversteer. Through Club.
And we can see the Porsche trying to kick the back around a little bit.
Yeah, now through Abbey towards the farm curve. Another tricky corner coming up.
I believe somewhere here is the village, right? If I'm not
That
mistaken.
is the village. Next is the loop.
the YMCA village.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you have to sing it.
Then Aintree. And I believe this is now the Hamilton Straight. I could be wrong.
But anyway, followed by a tricky corner here as well. It's really slippery, really difficult to kind of get the braking and turning done right. Can really end your lap if you're not careful. But obviously, Alex, you know your corners much better around Silverstone than I do.
Yeah, obviously I'm not looking up at a map.
And that was a 1 minute 59.9. Very good lap. Next over the line will be Stevens and the Nissan.
Oh, yes, please.
And provisional poles are falling deeper and deeper.
Ooh, I can tell you now, boys. Phil Walker has the fastest lap on the practice session all week on the practice server.
Wow.
58.1.
Well, current P1 by Paul Sadlowski in the Ford Mustang is a 58.3. But we are on an optimum track. Phil is currently not improving.
Okay, the Hamilton Straight is the straight down the what's known as the International Straight, where the F1 paddock is.
But I can tell you who is improving by a lot, and that is Rich Gasson for over a second and 2/10 at the moment. And he has half a lap in. He has lost a couple of tenths here now. going on the old start-finish line. If he keeps this up, he should be at least P2.
Keeping it real nice. That Delta's holding strong. Can we curse him hard enough?
Let's try it our best. He still has a couple of corners left to go. But he is resisting the curse quite good. Oh, actually, he lost quite a bit of time here. A lot of time. And he has abandoned.
And he completely loses it through Luffield. That's so disappointing. And the curse has struck again.
That was a bit strange. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a ACC bug of some sort.
Well, they do happen sometimes, but it could be that just, you know, that corner's quite hard. At the best
And I
of
think
times.
this was a curse. I think this was now a curse. I do believe Rich has invalidated his lap. Yes, the time is red on the Delta. I mean, on the race control. And that's our first curse in the qualifying.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, there's one person I'm looking at right now, which is S. Richardson, who is flirting with pole position time.
Oh yeah, half a second up on the current lap Delta.
Yeah, he has nearly enough 7/10 to get to Paul Sadalowski's time, and he is getting very close to that. In fact, he just needs to get this last corner right. I think it's going to be close, but not close enough.
No, I don't think it will be enough, but definitely close. A 10th off. Steve Richardson are race 1, or both race 1 winners, or winner of both races. English is hard, forgive me.
Are the track limits really tight on turn 1? Or tighter than normal? There seem to be a lot more guys invalidating turn 1 than previous races.
It's really easy to do here. It's really easy to just run wide out of turn 1. If we look at Phil Walker here, going through turn 1. If you put the wheels off the curb, that's invalid, and it's really easy to do. And the inside curb is a little bit high, so if you hit it too hard, it will just catapult you to the outside and you will definitely invalidate. But it's manageable. It's manageable. So in silvers, silver P1, Jamie Armitage, overall P10 currently. With the next silver being Nick Golding, a couple of seconds off of Jamie's time. And in we have Menno Dekkers in another Ferrari in the current pole position. Also a couple of seconds clear of Paudi Moll in P2 in the AMS. And I want to see how our previous AM driver James Odell from Team New Guys is doing. He was promoted from AMS to silvers because he literally obliterated the AM field in the Imola Sprint 1 and would have done the same in Sprint Race 2 if he didn't have an incident at the start. But currently is P3 in the silvers, so I think we found a good place for him.
Yeah, I mean, that's still doing really well in the silvers, eh?
Of course, that's as we predicted, high silver or low pro rated driver, and I think putting him in the silvers was an excellent decision. Up in front, Roman Frawler is currently 8/10 up on his lap, which could put him into P2.
It's gonna be a fight to the death with Steve Richardson as well, who's also potentially gonna get pole position on his lap if he keeps this up. Oh. Roman Frawler unfortunately doesn't.
That's not the line.
It's not the line.
He did improve, but not the position. And
Yeah.
Steve is again 4 tenths up, which would give him the pole position if he manages to keep this up.
Looking forward to seeing it. He's on a tear right now. He's up to 7 tenths up on his previous lap time, which would put him 6 tenths up overall over Paul.
Yep, and in the mid 57, which is a very, very quick lap.
Yeah, well, we'll see how if he keeps this up, because it was through this complex that he lost all the time last time, and particularly
He
Luffield
is
here.
Still keeping it up quite alright, actually improving slightly. I think this will be our new provisional pole.
Yeah, this is made.
And
There's
it's
a 157.6.
Nice, very nice lap. Amazing lap, actually.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. How they do it, I don't know. Magic, alien source. Cutting it deep there through the S-curves, whose name I can't remember. I know that's sacrilege.
Maggots, Beckett's, and Chapel.
Yes, that's it. Maggots and Baggots. Yeah. James Hartnell in the chat saying, "Come on, that should be in the 56s. What do you want? leave the man alone. He's already on pole." It's not good enough. It's not good enough, Richardson. You need to be faster.
Yeah. And we have James Odell improving by almost a second. And if he manages to keep that advantage, he will snatch P1 in silvers.
Go on, James.
Do we see a promotion to pros in the next race?
Yep, here it comes. If he gets pole position in this this lap, then yes.
It has to be a pro, right?
Yeah, yeah. Who else is doing well?
Currently, James is the most improving driver on the track, although
Yeah.
Ryan Greenaway, a couple of positions behind him, is also on a flyer.
He had a bit of a wiggle coming out of Brooklands there.
Yeah, and he did lose a couple of tenths there, but he is still improving by 9 tenths, so I believe this should be enough for...
Nathan Edwards is on a flyer as well.
He is.
Heads up.
Oh wait, I think James Odell didn't improve. Was this maybe
No,
again a bug?
Maybe. He does seem to be gaining a lot of time through Maggots and Baggots. Thomas Navrocki, there's quite a few drivers actually improving, but yes, you're right. Edwards is the most improving.
Oh, he's got P2.
He
He's
has
P2. 57. Oh, a very slim margin by 3,000 hundredths of a second.
Yeah, another one to watch is Rich Gasson, who's currently 8 tenths up, but then Marek Dvorak improves to 6th from 8th.
With this,
Quite a few drivers who are going to be moving up in a second. Rob Larby potentially going to move up. Rich Gasson's definitely going to move up if he keeps this up.
yeah, with this improvement, it could be P3, but I have a feeling that this is again the ACC issue. That he is just on an outlap, but ACC is somehow still showing the delta for some reason.
Well,
see
we'll
in
have
a
to
second.
see.
He is near the finish line, so we'll see soon enough.
No,
Yes.
he goes up to P4.
Oh, he did improve. A 58 too. Nice. P4. 6 tenths
Yeah.
behind P1.
Just looking now, I think Rob Larby might be our next driver to move up a few positions.
Rob Larby improving by 4 tenths.
He does.
Odell is a second and a half up.
James
Gonna
Odell
cross the finish
again
line now in a
improving.
second.
improving by a lot, yeah. Will this be a silver P1?
Yep.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
by a
Convincingly.
large margin. By around about 4/10 to Jamie Armitage, and overall P8.
Yeah, absolutely.
Marek Dvorak is again on an improver.
Golding's on a bit of a flyer there as well. Thomas Pichon is on a flyer.
Yeah, quite a few drivers are on flyers. Thomas Pichon is
Thomas Pichon.
most definitely. He's 22 at the minute. He's
And
doing
improving
what
by a second and roughly a second now. He's losing some ground
Yeah.
right this instant.
Although his lap is invalid.
Ah. Yes, that'll be why he's.
That's a shame.
Yep, that's why he's so far up. Let's see who's got a valid lap. Lee Hens.
Just
Just
crossed the
improves 2
finish
places.
line. Yeah,
Yeah,
into
goes from
P14.
Yeah. Who else? I mean, it's settling down now.
Paul Sadlowski in P3 is improving. I don't think it will be enough for a position change.
No, but it might help him against Rich Gasson, who's looking to improve a little bit on his next lap. Or he was. He's now validated it.
That is reset to pits. 7 minutes of qualifying remaining.
The rain seems to be holding off as well.
Yeah, unfortunately. Phil Walker up 4/10 now. Currently in P16 in that.
Let's
Beautiful
take another
livery.
look of Rexy. Pouncing around Silverstone. And behind them are provisional P1 Steve Richardson and the yellow, not Aston Martin, sorry, Mercedes.
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 Up 5/10 now.
With this
Coming towards
improvement, he
Aintree.
could mingle with around 7th or 8th position, roughly. Unless he loses more ground.
Yeah, well, hopefully he won't. He's coming down now through Brooklands, coming into Lutfield. He
He's
says from
losing
memory.
ground, unfortunately.
Yeah, that
Backing
will
off
not
for another
help
lap.
him. Yeah, it looks
And
like
we have
it.
rain in 10 minutes, which should be just after the qualifying finishes. Unfortunately, did not improve. Rexy stays in P16 for now.
I think he got spooked by the Porsche in front of him.
Could be. And we have Mr. Romonti. Sorry, I don't know your first name and it doesn't show up anywhere. So,
I think it's Ramon or Raymond or something.
we'll try to figure it out for the next race. Also, lovely livery on the Porsche.
Oh, Rayers.
Close enough.
Yep.
And Marek Dvorak of team Yes, we really did choose the Lambo, is improving by 4/10 at the moment. Just
they
one
really?
more apparently. It looks like a Lambo, doesn't it?
Yeah, well. Are you sure it could be a Ferrari?
Well, it's almost a Ferrari, right?
Yeah.
And that is an improvement up to P7. Oh, and in P2, Nathan Edwards improving by 3/10. Let's see if we can curse him before he steals P1.
He's really going for it. This is the point where even a tenth would make the difference.
Definitely, he's currently just 0.03 of a second behind P1. So if continuing like this, he will easily snatch P1.
Yeah, all he's got to do is one corner better than he did before, really.
Still up 0.2.
This is where it's make or break time as he comes through Brooklands into Luffield.
So easy to lose time here.
Yeah, and it
Be
looks like
so
he's
patient
even
on.
gaining it.
Yeah. Need to be so patient around the long right-hander. Accelerate too soon and it's done. And this
There
is
it gets
P1. 57.4. Will Steve Richardson be able to reply?
I think he's certainly trying.
He definitely is. He is improving slightly, but oh, actually a tenth up.
Well, he's got about half a lap to do so, and he needs to gain what is effectively 2 tenths. 1.7 tenths.
You are correct.
Literally any corner would do it.
Will traffic play the role? Could he maybe get a slipstream down the Hamilton straight?
Well, this is actually the Wellington straight. I got the straights wrong.
Oh, there's just so many straights here.
I know. It's too many. I don't know how we're going to cope. I'm not sure that's close enough for a toe.
No, definitely not close enough.
In
And Nick
fact, it's
Golding
lost
went out the
time.
way. Yep. I don't think he'll be able to respond, but he does have enough time to do another lap.
Well, the question is, does he have the fuel? Does he have the tyres?
We don't know, but we do certainly know he does have the time. So we'll see. It does appear he is still going for it, using all the width of the track on entry, on exit, so maximizing in every way possible to extract every last bit of time. He is currently improving, although less than a tenth.
Yeah, well, he's taking every inch he can out of those curbs in the track as he makes his way through. And he's being fairly consistent, which will be great for him in the race, but right now what he really needs is just a little bit extra.
Just that little bit more.
He's really fighting the car as he comes through Club, down the Hamilton straight. Oh, and he slides.
Oh, that was not good for the lap time. But the Delta is still green.
Yeah, it probably wasn't very good for his tyres. We'll see. I think he's gone a bit deep there through Village. And I think that's that for that lap. Very potentially
Yep,
not going to get that back now.
He is already up a tenth. I do believe this will be it. But I do not want to go away. Some drivers in the back are improving. To P7 goes Romanti in the Porsche. Yeah, and Richardson will stay P2. And Nathan Edwards in front is still improving his lap time. As well as Marek Dvorak. So Richardson will remain in P2. No more time for another lap. Marek Dvorak just started his probably final lap. Will he have enough time to cross the finish line? It's 1 minute 40 waiting. I don't... Actually will be. Just a couple of seconds remaining.
He's racing 2 clocks now.
Yeah. And he is not improving currently. So I do not think we will be seeing any more change in any positions. And therefore we have Nathan Edwards in P1 overall, and in gold class, James Odell in the silvers, and P10 overall, and in the AMS, Menno Dekkers, and overall P21. Sandbags definitely came out of the trunks at the end of the session there.
Definitely. Most definitely.
Oh, Nathan Edwards even improved his lap time a little bit, because the gap is now 2.5 tenths. But sorry, James Hartnell, no 56. I'm sure you must be utterly disappointed.
Well, if Steve Richardson had done a 56 on that lap, he would be in pole. So I think, you know, there's some truth to that.
That is true. And Marek goes for the pit. I think that was a bit quick, wasn't it?
Oh, well, I'm sure the stewards will say something about that.
And that is quali. Couple of minutes of wait time for PP breaks. And then we go racing.
Happy days.
This is the epic outline of Silverstone, opened in 1948, changed from time to time over the years, but still the essence of this place is that it's a circuit built on the perimeter road of a World War II fighter station. And as you can see, there is a lot of flow around the outside of the circuit with some incredible sectors. Sector 1, wonderful twist halfway through Maggots and Beckett, down on the long Angus straight, and then you go to Sector 2, down into Bell, around the club, lots of drivers get it wrong, and then down Wellington Straight to get into the light blue final sector, or get into Brooklands, Luffield and Woodcote Sweep to end it all. Packed down on the grid, as you can imagine, a lot of people are taking a look at all the cars and glory. But let's go down and join John Watson with pole sitter Mathieu Massivia. Fabulous time, but there's that question mark over the 76. Mathieu.
Alright, there is some rain in this session, so watch. Out for slippery curves and remember to brake earlier.
And here we go. And we are in complete rain conditions. So, quick run through the field. Nathan Edwards P1, Steve Richardson P2, Paul Sadlowski P3, Rich Gasson P4, Roman Froller P5. In the silvers P1, James Odell, followed by Jeremy Armitage in P2 and Nick Golding in P3. And a little bit down the field we have Menno Dekkers in P1 for the AMS, Matt Keys in P2 for the AMS, and Paddy Moll in P3 for the AMS. A couple of seconds more separate us from the start. And we are in full rain conditions, set to be even rainier in the following 10 and 30 minutes.
We know the rain always brings real safe driving as well.
Yes, we were just talking about this before at the practice session, that surprisingly during rain we have a lot better driving standards from everyone, surprisingly.
It's like guys are almost overcautious. Hopefully it'll be a nice quiet night for me.
Let's hope so.
see if I can hear it on the stream.
Of more meters before the start finish line.
Green line.
And we are green flag, go, go, go for round 2 of the D.G.S.R season 12. Side by side, Steve Richardson goes into P1 immediately. Oh, that was a bit of an aggressive move. But it does seem like the whole field has made it through, and Nathan Edwards has also been able to retain his lead. In the back, Phil Walker has lost all the positions and is in P29 from P16. Be interested to see what has happened there. Was there any contact? There were a couple of... Oh, and a big contact now in Chapel. Can see a couple of cars involved. Let's see what has happened here.
Oh, that's a big slide and a punt.
Yeah.
And a...
Ooh,
Oh!
48, I think, spun on its own and got collected by everyone behind. Unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, sadly we don't get to name a corner after someone.
Yeah. Up in front, Paul Sadlowski is... ooh, Nathan Edwards is off the track, which will let Steve Richardson and Sadlowski through into P1 and P2, I am sure of it.
I really want to know what happened there. It was a simple mistake, or did he get hunted?
No, just ran wide.
So he just
ran
throws
wide.
it away. That's fair.
Yeah, slippery conditions. First lap, and you don't know exactly what the conditions are. Overcommit slightly, and you are done.
Yeah, Paul Sadlowski though, he's looking to get past Richardson if he can.
Yeah, Paul Sadlowski is climbing over the back of that Mercedes. Olo has now lost a little bit of ground. And another driver losing ground is Rob Larby. He is tumbling down the order. Just a couple of seconds ago, Santens has managed to pass Rob Larby and now Mark Townsend as well. And it does look like Roman Frawler is the next looking to get by. Although he will have to wait until the end of Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel, because there is absolutely no way to pass through here. Not in this instance at least. But he is on the back wing. Surprised he is not opting to go for the slipstream. Now he is.
Right, seems a bit indecisive about whether he can get up on the inside in this corner.
Well, to be fair, the inside here is slippery and you can easily, in these conditions, just understeer out into your competitor and take them out.
To be fair, I think the whole track is slippery right now.
Yep, that is fair. And rain is only going to intensify. Action currently out on track.
Oh, 5 seconds to Rob Fowler.
Oh. Well, it'll be interesting to see if, or to hear from the steward room what happened here for Roman Frawler. Car number 6 appears to have been an incident at the start. Let's see, who did he... Oh!
Bash.
997, I think this is Mr. Santens. Yes, that is correct. And we have a yellow of Rich Gasson. Oh, Rich, what happened?
Is he
Makes
going
up
for
a
a slip and
position.
slide?
On Nathan Edwards. And was this a punt?
Oh,
Oh, that's the... No, that's the not Hamilton straight, the other one.
yeah. I think he just touched. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about that one, to be honest with you.
this is... Yep, going to have to be looked at by Hitman. But I do have to tell you something. Steve Richardson and Paul Sadlowski both set identical lap times and are currently the fastest lap times. So if this stays and the lap time doesn't improve by the end of the race,
Yeah.
we will have two drivers setting the fastest lap time.
Yeah.
Would this give both drivers that extra point?
Give him half a point each.
But Paul is
Or-
anxious
or-
to get by.
Or you make the argument that neither of them were actually the fastest driver, and therefore nobody gets any points.
We can just see how the visibility is bad when you're following closely by.
Yeah, there's a lot of faith that has to, be used by the following driver, that the driver
Yep.
in front will brake at the appropriate point.
And that you won't, by a chance, sleep on that brake pedal, because in the wet it's a little bit harder to stop, right?
Yeah.
While we were watching these two, who are running away from the field, by the way, they have built a 6-second gap already. Marek Dvorak has managed to move up to P4.
It'll be interesting to see if that 6-second gap stays a 6-second gap, because it is to Edwards.
He did have a little bit of a tangle with Gasson there, so it might have helped the gap a little bit. Yeah, Paul is just anxious to get by. He's all over the back of that Mercedes. I think he lost a little bit out through Chapel. He's also not going for the slipstream. Am I maybe doing it wrong here? Because when I'm following someone, I'm always in the slipstream here.
I think, to be fair, if you're this close, you at one point you just want to get alongside. I think that's what they're trying to do. Gain a bit of extra speed over them on the slipstream and then get alongside.
Fair enough.
Because they're less than probably about 2 meters away when they're following down the straight.
And we have some side-by-side action from Lee Hems, Josvik and Rich Gasson in the mix. A three-way battle for P12. Josvik now going on the inside into Village.
I think he's got it.
But this now gives the inside line to Hems. They are still side by side.
Well, I think he's lost it.
Yes, he had it, but he lost it, and now Gasson is on the inside of Josvik. So
Yeah,
nice.
well, he's not quite
he had
had
to
it
back out.
yet.
No, he also backed out. And Greenaway is now coming into the mix as well.
Yes, and I can almost see him actually kind of looking at it in kind of a cautious way as he sees 3 cars in front of him all trying to jostle for one position.
Just maybe waiting for someone to make a mistake or someone to punt all 3 of them out and he gains easy 3 positions.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what I'd be doing in that position. Oh, a bit of a slip and slide through that corner. That's exactly what I'd be doing. Oh,
and P1 battle in the AMs. Sorry, I had to switch because we have a change in lead for the AM class. Matt Keys has snatched the lead away from Menno Dekkers. Or has he?
Yeah.
No, he has not.
No, he has not.
I think Matt Keys might have gone wide here. So we're going to jump back into this battle for P12, where Rich Gasson is now on the inside, but I think he's backing out.
Oh, he couldn't quite get in there. He couldn't quite get in there and hold on. I think sensibly he decided I'm not going to slide through this corner.
But it was close. It was a close one.
Yeah, I mean, the real danger now is that Lee Hems might actually start pulling away. So I think he'll be inclined to do so.
We also had a change in position between Marek, Dvorak and Nathan Edwards for P3. Oh, Nathan Edwards again off the track.
Oh, he's having real problems around that corner.
Yeah, he is sliding off that corner lap after lap. Sorry for jumping between. I have to jump again, sorry, because Michael Stevens is making a move.
Oh, he's going for it.
He is side by side with someone. Eddie Wilkins, I believe. 789, yes.
Yeah,
Almost
Jamie
side by
Armitage
side.
just ran really wide, so it'll be...
Yeah, Jamie has lost a whole bunch of positions. There's just so many things going on at once again.
yeah, yeah. So he's currently fighting Eddie Wilkins and Dieter van Brabant. And Stevens here driving for the Tokyo Drifters, aptly named team.
Although I do not see his teammate.
No, sadly. No, not two. We can't have two Nissans on the track. That's not right.
And in the meantime, we have had a change in position for P13. Have to go back and see this, what or how it has happened. Rich Gasson has managed to slip by Pavel Jozwik. Oh, yep, Jozwik just a little bit undecisive through Chapel. Kind of looked like he got spooked by Rich there and just moved away.
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
And Gasson is now on the back of Lee Hems.
Oh, it looks like David Lolex picked up 5 seconds. 5-second penalty.
5 seconds for David Lolek. Let's see if maybe we can see what has happened. Oh, he has had quite a bit of contact. So unsure for which incident this was about. Maybe he was the he was the cause of the Chapel incident on lap 1. So I'm pretty sure this is the penalty for that.
Yeah.
And we have to go back in front to these two because they are still glued together. And just as we almost cursed Paul.
That was close. As he almost loses the back end of the car there.
Indeed. And I believe Lee Hems has had an issue because he has stumbled on the order.
Steve Richardson slides.
Ooh. And we have a change in P1.
We actually caught it live.
Amazing. But we're going to watch it again because I was looking at the entry list. He goes wide out the exit of Chapel, which then loses him the speed on the following hanger straight. And Paul says, thank you very much. Let's now see if Paul will be able to build a gap. Because up until this point, he's been crawling all over the back of the Mercedes.
He has, and he did have the fastest lap, being 2 tenths faster than Steve Richardson's time. That was before he overtook him. So we'll see how this goes.
gap is up to 8/10, so it does seem like he is pulling away a tiny bit. Could he maybe be on a slightly different strategy, a slightly less fuel, or just the big old B8 power?
It could just be that. It could be this car just handles a lot better in wet conditions than the Mercedes does. It could be the setup they're using. Obviously, the qualifying was mostly dry, and if they've been practicing for wet conditions, then it's entirely possible that Sadalowski is just better prepped for wet.
That is very much true. And by knowing Sadalowski personally, I also know he likes to get sideways, properly sideways, and is able to hold that. But we have to switch context again because we have two drivers side by side. Another
Oh, he just
Mustang
goes
and
on the inside.
Oh, decisive on the inside through turn one.
Yeah.
And
But he
Romonti
loses a lot of speed coming out of that corner from sliding. So we'll see if Magus and Beggars has anything fruitful to follow.
I don't believe Santens will be able to answer. I think Santens goes a little bit wiggly out of Chapel, which might put him under pressure from Mark Townsend behind.
Once again, we see a train of maybe 6 cars as they start their battle. From 6th up to 10th.
Actually, from
All
5th.
fighting.
Santens is also less than half a second behind P5. So this is actually the full view of the train, and Romonti is currently the engine.
Choo-choo!
Oh, and David Lolek's penalty has been upgraded to a drive-through.
Oh, well, that might be from
The
corner
second
cutting.
incident. Well, he had quite a bit of contacts.
Well, true, but normally I see drive-throughs for cutting corners too many times.
Could also be that.
Oh, he gets a bit of a slip and slide going as he takes that curve. Oh, that's not the line. That is not the
It's
line.
less than ideal, at least, right? And rejoin was also a little bit spicy. Caused Phil to have to go super wide.
Yeah.
Yep, he got spooked by him, so he left him room. Went wide
Wise,
onto the marbles.
wise decision, but obviously, yeah, we'll lose some time.
Yeah, better time than having to pit for repairs. So let's see. Paul Sadlowski has managed to build a 2-second gap over Steve Richardson, and Marek Dvorak behind them is further 8 seconds away, so these two are kind of running away with it in the race. P5,
Yeah.
Romonti has a following behind him. Santens isn't done yet. Santens wants that position back.
He really does, and he's all over the back of that car. Almost literally.
It's almost as if they're glued together.
Yeah, but I don't think he's getting a good exit. He sounded like he was in the wrong gear almost there.
Yeah. Could be. But still, this train of cars is closely together.
I think what's that? Oh, car
Lolek
100 is.
in the grass. And reset to pits. And
Oh dear.
quit. I believe we've seen our first rage quit. of the
Oh
race.
dear. Who is 426?
Where is 426?
Yes, where is 426?
Matt Gale, the other Nissan driver, has popped in to say hello, watching from afar. Well, Matt, no issues there, but we do hope that you will be able to make it the next time. And
What he's saying is, where the fuck are you? Why is there not 2 Nissans on track?
Santens is our first pitter. Pitting from P6. He feels like he maybe can go faster than Romonti and will try to undercut him.
Well, I don't think that's totally unreasonable decision to make. I love the team name, Wear Oil. Won't be finding any at Silverstone, I'll tell you that.
Rob Larby almost side by side with Mark Townsend going down the hangar straight.
I think he's run wide there.
Yeah, Mark Townsend has been put offline here, but now he is again on the inside line for the chicane. Rob is literally on the back of that Honda again. And attached to his back is Roman Frawler in the Ferrari. Frawler has that 5 seconds penalty looming over him, so when he pits he will serve it. And his pit will be longer by 5 seconds, longer than everyone else's. So far Mark is able to withstand the pressure. And Santens has emerged from the pits in the last position with ample space in front of him, so the undercut might work lovely here. Oh, Rob goes a little bit wide on the exit there. And I believe we had a position here. Position change, sorry. Stevens against Nick Golding. Godzilla against the Pork. And yep, Golding goes a little bit wide on the exit, and Stevens says thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, I'll take that. Godzilla away.
I'm surprised we're not seeing more sideways action from Stevens this season. I'm actually kind of disappointed.
Stevens has long worked on the fact that his tendency to go sideways attracts a lot of attention from streams, and has subsequently stopped doing it as much.
But nonetheless, we still like showing his purple, violet, blue car,
yes.
Whatever it is, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's actually using traction control today.
Is he?
Yeah, he's put it 2, yes, TC2 instead of his usual TC1. It's obviously the wet conditions have encouraged him to up it a level.
Do you think he's okay? I'm afraid he might have an issue or something.
Yeah,
this is unlike him.
He's still got ABS4 though, his preferred level of ABS, no matter what the conditions. Doesn't matter which car, what conditions, what racetrack, ABS4. I wonder what would happen if you gave him a setup that had a different ABS setting and told him to use it. Would he be able to tell from feel alone?
That would be interesting to see. In the AM category, P1 and P2 were close, but Matt Keys behind there in the Aston has just run wide again and has dropped back. I was hoping that we are going to see some battle develop here. Although Menno Dekker's current P1 is close by on Jamie Armitage, under half a second. Field has spread out a little bit. And of course, as I say this, Phil Walker makes a move in the Rexy on Eddie Wilkins and is now closely behind Nick Golding in the front. So we might see something here as they start a new lap. Oh, Nick Golding. Oh, is he okay? Oh, almost in the wall. Nick Golding almost in the wall coming out of turn 1. And that's the danger of turn 1 because the exit curb here and is really slippery. Oh, good save. Good, very good save by Nick Golding. Lost a couple of positions but remained unscathed and is able to continue. It has Jamie Armitage now on his rear bumper for position, coming down the hangar straight and into stove, I believe, right? Matt Gale will try to sneak in an ABS 5 setup on Stevens for the next race.
Yeah, I want to know how long it takes until Stevens kind of goes, it just doesn't feel right. I'm going to change some of the electronic settings.
And then he'll be, what the hell is this? ABS 5?
It's this Goldilocks setting, you know. ABS 3 is not enough. ABS 5 is too much.
Too much interference.
ABS 4 is just right, just right.
Stevens, the man with ABS in his left foot and TC in his right one.
Yeah.
James Odell is pitting from Silver P1. Is in the pits while we continue watching the battle for P20 between Nick Golding and Jamie Armitage. And Lee Hems is also in the pits, so we are... Oh, Nick Golding is also pulling into the pits. Rich Gasson, in the meantime, has had quite a recovery drive. Managed to recover back up to P9 after tumbling down the order from, I believe it was P4 or even P3.
P4. He started in P4. He's got 5 more positions to go.
And he is closely on the back of Roman Frawler, who has that 5-second penalty, remember? Oh,
yeah.
And both Larby and Frawler go super wide onto the Hamilton straight. Surprised how that was not an invalid lap for Frawler, but it was for Larby apparently. Up in front, Paul Sadlowski has extended the gap to Steve Richardson up to 6.5 seconds. And Marek Dvorak is maintaining roughly the 8-second gap to the Mercedes of Richardson.
Rich Gasson, of course, driving for Team Independent Driver.
Indeed. I don't need a teammate.
No, I don't need a teammate, I'm just going to go for it.
Trying to see when P5 for Monty is going to peel off into the pits, because I'm interested to see how Santence's undercut is going to pan out.
Well, so Romanti's last lap was a 2:08.1, and further down, Santenz did 2:08.8 last lap. So
yep. Might not work out.
Yeah, it might not work out at all.
We have another pitter, Pavel Joswik.
Joswik, of course, is a veteran of these seasons now.
Oh yeah, he's been racing with us for at least 6 seasons, if not even more, I think. we are going to see more and more rain. We are set for even more rain in 10 minutes, according to the forecast. Oh, and Larby slips by Frawler slips by Larby, and so does Rich Gasson. Yep, Larby just goes wide through onto Hamilton Straight.
Yeah, he does. Although I think there was a little bit of argy-bargy going on there with, I think it was either Mick Townsend or someone else.
Why is it? No, Mark is too far ahead for... Oh, after that. I do believe we have lost someone here. Let's go back all the way and see everything that's been happening. We might have lost Frawler. Like, out of the race. So Larby goes wide.
Yeah.
Frawler and Gasson go through.
Definitely saw something.
Frawler is definitely not on the server anymore.
Yeah, well that might be why he might have just disconnected at some point. Like...
Oh, he cut across.
Ah, right.
Oh,
okay, that's what I saw.
think that was technical difficulties here.
Yeah, I just saw a car kind of move
into
him and then somewhat disappear. Oh, RP Roman Frala, he's been taken into the next dimension. Occasionally happens during these races. Aliens will just come along and straight drag you into the next dimension over.
To do some probing.
Yeah. And for some reason you've now entered a NASCAR race based at Silverstone.
And this means Rich Gasson is already back up to P7, so just 3 more positions, and he is back on his starting position. Oh, James Hartnell confirms that Frawler is being anally probed as we speak. Maybe that's some insider information there, James?
Yeah, how would he know?
Maybe supervising?
Maybe. That's maybe why he's not racing tonight.
And Steve Richardson from P2 has entered the pits, while Paul Sadlowski continues on.
Yeah, well, the pressure's now on him to keep these lap times up. I mean, he's been doing very, very well.
Sadlowski has been just blasting it in the first half of the race. I can't believe it's only 22 minutes remaining.
I know, it flies by, doesn't it?
Yeah,
absolutely
it's been
flies
again
by.
Action-packed all time around.
Yeah, of course, we've now gone through the traditional lull, the pre-pit lull, and hopefully we'll start seeing some more action once all the pitting is sorted out.
Yep. And while we wait for that, we have to address the latest comment from James. Literally inside information. Well, good to know, James.
What James does in the privacy of his own home is James's business.
Steve Richardson is out of the pits in P13, behind Dieter Van Brabant.
Dieter Van Brabant, unfortunately, I think actually not driving a Van Trabant.
Although, I think either I am having issues or Dieter is, because I think it's me. Because cars are literally sliding for me.
Well, they seem fine on my game, so it might be a you issue.
How dare you? It's not a game.
Sorry, arcade.
It absolutely is.
I think that was
I'm
a
caught
new
up
voice.
with all the incidents anyway.
So I guess the question was the drive-through for Lolek you're doing, or was it the game?
He didn't get a drive-through from me. He got 2 separate 5-second penalties. He was having a bad night at the office. A lot of contact. But I
Right.
didn't see him get a drive-through. Did he get a drive-through and then just leave?
He got
Yes.
a drive. It's more that he got a drive-through, went off on a corner massively, and then went off again, and I think that was him quitting.
Ah, okay. Yeah, he wasn't having a great night in the office. I don't know if it was the setup not suiting him or what was happening, but he was having a lot of contacts. Nothing major, but a lot of Mickey Mouse stuff that could have been avoided. And it all added up to a penalty eventually.
Well, I hate to say it, but it's not entirely unusual for him.
No, no.
In
He
other
has
news,
improved over the last year.
Romonti
Yeah.
is in the pits and Santens is on the track, so I am very much interested how this will play out.
It might actually work out for Santans. He's just coming around left field now.
Well, Romonti is moving. I do believe Romonti will leave the pits with ample gap. Yep, if the lap times are
I
not...
thought he'd only just gone in.
well, if the lap times are not there, I guess you cannot gain a position. But speaking of gaining positions, Gasson is on a mission and is on the rear end of Mark Townsend. Will we see another overtake before either of them pits? Oh, a little bit of a wiggle.
Yes, well, of course, both Townsend and Gasson are now in 36 minutes into a stint. So the question remains, who's going to give up and pit first due to either fuel or the feeling... Oh, there he goes.
Oh, Mark Townsend
Is this to
in pits.
answer?
Yep. Our P1 and P2 have also not pitted yet. Actually, no one up until P9 has pitted, which is Steve Richardson. With 18 minutes remaining.
I'm sure there's definitely a point at which if you don't pit by, you won't actually get any advantage out of the new tyres, or not enough.
Not even sure if they're taking new tires, because if I remember correctly, the wet tires are very durable in ACC. You can easily double stint them without much effect. So it might be beneficial for not changing tires, and we are not requiring to change tires.
Well, in that case, I wonder how many drivers are just going to go for a splash and dash.
We do have a 25 second minimum pit time though, so if you're not taking tires, even if you're just taking on like 1 liter of fuel, you are stationary for 25 seconds. Whereas opposed, if you do take on fuel, you are stationary for 30 seconds, I believe.
Well, 5 seconds is nothing to sniff at.
No, definitely.
Some people would be delighted with 5 seconds.
Oh, you. Dieter Van Brabant and...
Oh,
Baudimol loses it on the exit of Chapel and hits Dieter Van Brabant in the process.
oh dear.
Ooh, going really slowly there, Paudi. Doesn't seem that the car would be heavily damaged.
I see some of our spectators in the background there are determined to confuse the drivers by bringing massive blue flags to the grandstand.
Yeah.
At least they haven't brought umbrellas.
Baudimol is going very, very slowly.
just had a look at that incident there with Dieter, and unfortunately missed the race. Audi lost control in the turn and notified each other. His car must have a lot of damage.
It doesn't visually seem heavily damaged, but
No.
yeah, it can be like a minor hit can result in.
Might check the steering and go on board. No, steering seems to be fine.
We will see. In the meantime, Marek Dvorak has left the pits and has reduced the gap to Steve Richardson by roughly 2 or 3 seconds. But it's still 6 seconds of a gap. And Richardson is on quite fast lap times. Although I do believe Sadlowski does have enough of a gap, or had enough of a gap before, to not be in danger in this race. And Paul Sadlowski is in pits, has just entered the pits, so I guess we will stay with Richardson and see what the gap will be after the pits. Oh, and Thomas Pichon with a stop and go 30 for speeding in the pit lane. And this is any hope of a good result obliterated. Unfortunately, he was doing quite well. In the meantime, Rich Gasson has taken the lead of the race, but has not pitted yet. And I believe that Paul Sadlowski is moving. Yes, indeed, he is out of the pits and ahead of Steve Richardson. With Phil Walker in between them. Phil has not pitted yet. Combined gap of roughly 7 or 8 seconds, so gap has stayed roughly the same. Seem like, yeah, D.G.S.R is also a little bit battle scarred after the exchange with Paul Dimol.
Oh, Thomas Pichon picks up a top stop go 30, as does Rob Larby.
Oh, Rob Larby as well. I missed Rob Larby. And Michael Stevens with a drive-through.
Oh, they're all getting them today.
Godzilla has a drive-through. Will he complete the drive-through first and pit later? Does he have enough fuel to do another lap?
Well, he's got to have it. But that's absolutely devastating.
Yep. 11 minutes of the race remaining.
Yeah, especially considering when he's already got he's one of the few drivers out on the field that hasn't actually made a stop. So even though he's on P20 now, got to add another minute or so for the stop.
Yep, this will unfortunately negate all of the gains that he has made during the race.
Yeah. So not a good race for him.
192 going slowly. Lee Hems. What has happened here?
I just
had a
see
spin.
Fiera. Oh, that's a beautiful pirouette there.
Sorry, you saw Ferreira?
Yeah, Ferreira, he's not only has he got a drive-through, I just saw him spin.
Something's after happening to Larby as well, going into the pits.
Larby had a stop go.
No, but on the way into the pits.
Oh. Oh, Ferreira through Maggots and Beckett's. Oh!
There's a proper slide there. He keeps sliding and sliding and sliding, and I think he's on the
taking
power.
the-
And yeah,
He's taking the iRacing line.
yeah.
Sorry, and Rob Larby. Oh! He spun on the entry to the pits. Will this be another stop and go, though? Has he gone again into too deep or too quick? Rich Gasson still without a pit stop. Well, he's just entering pits now.
Safe exit from Derby, he escaped with that one.
Well, it can't be too quick if you're spinning, right?
Nope.
Very true. Track looks very wet now.
We've got 9 minutes left in the race. Rich Gasson has finally gone into the pits.
And we're still missing some pits from Phil Walker, still not pitted. Eddie Wilkins, still not pitted. And Dieter Van Brabant from Silver P1, also not pitted yet. And Phil Walker is going for another lap. Richardson is on the back of him.
So Phil Walker's, yes, no, he hasn't pitted. I was going to say he's done very well for himself, but he's still got a pit to go.
Yes.
So Rich Gasson now out into 7th place.
A second and a half behind Nathan Edwards. Nathan has also lost quite a bit of positions after such an excellent qualification.
Well, I think out of everyone who's really benefited the most from all of this has been Marek Dvorak, who's gained 4 places since the start of the race.
You are right. You are absolutely right. I think Walker's just having some fun defending from Richardson here, which is fair.
And all's fair in love and war.
I don't think if Walker wasn't here that Richardson would have a chance to close up on Paul Sadlowski in P1. The gap is 10 seconds.
He'd have to gain a second per lap, and even then it would be tough.
Impossible, actually. 7 minutes left to go and 2 minutes per lap. And
Oh, yeah.
Richardson has made the pass. Will Phil now enter the pits? It does look like it. Yes, Rexy is in for a splash and dash. It looks hungry.
It's going to have to be a real quick dash.
Well, minimum pit time is 25 seconds, remember?
Yeah. He's going to be sitting on his hands for 20 seconds.
Yep. Mark
Question, I
Townsend
suppose,
currently the only driver who is less than a second away from the car in front.
My question is, the only driver left on the track now who has not pitted at all is Eddie Wilkins. And he's got to be thinking about doing it soon. He's only got 3 laps left, really.
Is he attempting to pit in the last lap?
Oh, I don't know. Could be
Is he
very
not
possible.
going to pit and take the penalty?
Well, that would be a strategy I'd like to see.
Just doing the sums in my head here. It's a 90-second penalty, I think.
I don't think it's worth it. I don't think
That's
it's
almost
worth
a
it.
lap down. That's quite a big drop. I mean, he started in P20.
It would put him back. P21, I think. Maybe P22.
I see. Yeah. I don't think that'd be worth it because he started in P20, so he'd probably want to gain some positions.
Yeah. Even if he takes the pit now, he should still get out. P13, 14 maybe.
Yeah. So he's got to go for it. I think really he's got to go for it on this lap.
And now again we have two battles unfolding here: Romonti versus Townsend, and up in front, Edwards, Wilkins, and Gasson are all close, and Edwards is going for it and has gained a position.
This the hint that Eddie needs. No, he's still there, staying out.
Nope, he's gone in.
Going in.
He's going in. He's gone in. So the main battle that I can see on the track right now is Gasson versus Edwards, which we're already watching.
Yep. If Gasson manages to pass Edwards, this would mean he gets back on the same position as he was at the start of the race.
Not sure how I'd feel about that.
Well, it was an excellent recovery drive nonetheless from Gasson.
No doubt. No doubt. Seems like the weather's really not let up. In fact, if anything, it seems to be raining more. There's definitely no dry line.
Nope.
There is, however, a lightning of rain half an hour after the rain for the race.
Lovely.
No, we'll just keep on driving.
Now, wouldn't that be dramatic? Guys, we've decided to go into extra time.
Yeah, this is now a 24-hour race.
And Eddie Wilkins has exited the pits in P14, which means he has gained 6 positions.
Yeah, excellent. Excellent.
And is
Quite a comfortable position as well. He's still 9 seconds ahead of Jamie Armitage.
almost the most gained positions in the race, but that belongs to Dieter Vanderbrand, who has gained 8 positions and is currently in P18. And P3 in Silvers. Rich Gasson going for it. And Nathan Edwards wide on the exit.
He's not having a good race, is Nathan, is he? He's definitely had a couple of incidents that were just mistakes where he's been forced wide.
Maybe his setup is dialed in more towards the drying track, because we are in proper wet conditions. But this means Rich Gasson has regained his starting position, and it has been a recovery drive and a half for him.
Most definitely has.
His lap time not that far off the leaders, just roughly 0.3 slower than the leaders' fastest laps. Oh! Rich had a proper sideways moment through Maggots and Beckett's. Whee! Nice catch. Real nice catch.
Leaders on final lap now.
And there we go, confirmation, leader is on final lap. Actually, that's not possible. I think there will be another lap. Yeah. I think it will be another one after this, right? It doesn't take a minute 20 from here to the start-finish line.
No.
No.
Oh, is he drifting a little bit?
He is. He's got a bit of a drift on.
Well, he can afford a tiny mistake here or there. He is 13 seconds ahead.
I'll try and hold my tongue around American cars and cornering.
This should now be the final lap.
Yeah, just set it there again.
Not for me though, but that's okay. Just watching, the stream is still working, everything's still okay, not like the last time. It's fine.
Yeah, still running away here.
Say what you will about American cars in cornering, but it does sound lovely, does it not?
Oh, it does. It most definitely does.
Up
The
there with
American
the Assetto.
muscle.
Short shift on the exit to discourage wheel spin. But this has been a clean sweep by Paul Sadlowski this race. Put the pressure up on Steve Richardson in the beginning. And after making the pass about 10 laps in, 15 roughly, has been pulling away and managed to pull a 14-second gap over the Mercedes of Steve Richardson.
Yeah, I mean, it really shows as well the difference in how the changing conditions can affect driving styles, because Sadlowski was really struggling during qualifying at times.
Yep, definitely during qualifying it looked like Richardson or Edwards are going to be rocking this race. And that is Paul Sadlowski taking the win at the very moist Silverstone.
There he is, flashing his lights in celebration.
Steve Richardson in P2 in the yellow Mercedes. And P3 belongs to Marek Dvorak, flashing his lights as well as he crosses the start-finish line. Congratulations to all in the race, although some of us are still driving here.
Yeah.
P1 in silvers and P10 overall, James Odell. Just a couple of more corners from the end.
Bringing it home.
With a commanding lead over P2 in silvers. And that is P1 in the silvers. Menno Dekkers. Just going down Wellington's. I believe this is Wellington's, right? In the AM class P1 of the Flying Dutchman. The other Flying Dutchman is not flying tonight.
Aw, it's a shame.
Did Rob Larby get another drive-through, or did he not clear the first one?
Must have been another one. I think it must have been another one. Probably for track cuts. And that is P1 for Menno Dekkers in the AM class. And that is race over. Hitman, can I ask you to drag me Paul Sadlowski, James Odell and Menno Dekkers in the commentary box while I load up the replay?
Paul, James, and Mino. Well done, boys.
Hello.
Tommy is
No, shut up. Sorry, not you, Hitman, just the music.
Oh my god, you're so rude!
Well, hello everyone, and congratulations to all of you for winning in your respective classes. Yeah, we're gonna do it the same way as in the previous event. Start with the Pro Class winner, Paul Sadlowski. We were looking at you putting on pressure the whole opening laps on Steve Richardson, and after you managed to slip by in around lap 10, you were just extending your gap, just fell into your groove, and basically was a clean sweep after that. How did you experience your race this time?
I mean, I had quite a good time. Thank you first of all, of course. I know that it's not that easy to overtake Richardson because he also knows how to drive, and in the wet, overtaking is a bit more difficult than in the dry. So I had to hope for the mistake, which in the end he did, and then found my groove and just kept running.
Yeah, driving in that sort of a pressure for a long time is definitely not easy, and even the best make mistakes, and this has also happened. Richardson had a little bit of a slip up, right? And you haven't waited a split second, you basically pounced right away. And yeah, congratulations on that victory one more time, and we hope to see you on the next round, and hope to see more of such intense action from you in the coming races as well.
Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Thank you, you too. And then our first promotion of the season, James Odell in round 1, basically obliterated the AM class in round 1 or sprint 1 of round 1, and has been promoted to silver, and has now again won in the silver class. I believe it was a pretty clean sweep from your side as well. You qualified well up in, I want to say P9, although I'm not entirely sure now if it was exactly P9, but definitely high up on the order, and had a pretty relaxed race, as it seems. Or did we miss some of the important actions that you went through?
Thanks, yeah, no. Yeah, it was pretty relaxed from this side. A lot of slippery. A lot of slipping and sliding, obviously, as expected in the wet. But yeah, made for a fun race. The last half I was on the 3-track warning, so it was a bit sketchy, just trying to keep it nice and tame. There were a couple of big slides, but thankfully nothing ended in a disaster in the wall. Yeah, no, really fun race. And I doubt that I'll be able to continue this streak if I get promoted into the next class, because everyone in here is pretty quick. So yeah, a lot of fun though.
Yeah, we do like it moist, because it does produce some excellent racing, and it does produce some excellent slides and car catches and so on. And yeah, congratulations on the victory in the silver class, and we'll see how you get on in the next one. All right, and the last winner in the AM class, Menno Dekkers, has managed to wrestle his Ferrari into P1 in qualifying, and then also in the race. We have seen a couple of position exchanges with Matt Keys throughout the race. So it wasn't as easy for you, so you did have to battle it for it a little bit more. Maybe if you would like to say it, describe your race in your own words.
Yeah, it was really difficult in the beginning, getting the warm tires, get hit the second corner or something. But managed to get a pretty good race for me. Steady. All the time in 10th as well, so very happy. First win.
Yeah, congratulations. Yeah,
Thank you very
you're
much.
right. I completely forgot you were at one point facing the wrong way at the beginning of the race, right? I believe it was
Yeah.
through Chapel.
I don't know
So
who hit me, but doesn't matter.
yeah, it was definitely then an even more exciting recovery drive for you, right?
Yeah, I felt like good 24 or something. I started pacing. So pretty good one, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Well, well-earned victory for you as well as everyone. And thank you for entertaining us through the night, and thank you for your time in the commentary box. And congratulations one more time to all 3 winners of all 3 classes.
Thanks. Hope to see you next time.
We hope so
Yes,
too.
sir.
Well done, guys.
Well done.
And I believe this will be then it for this stream tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for keeping us company in the comment section. And thank you for giving us a couple of laughs, especially with the literal inside information.
Yeah.
And Matt, don't forget to send Stevens that ABS 5 setup. We want to see him struggle in the next race.
Oh, we don't want to see him struggle. I just want to see what his reaction is.
And a little bit struggle. Why not? That's always
knew
fun.
you didn't like him.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I like all of you guys. Anyway, I think it's time we close the stream here. One more time, thank you all for watching, and we hope that you'll tune in the next time, which is in 1 week's time.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah. See you soon. See you next week.
Yep,
Well done,
see ya.
bud.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye-bye.